Welcome back, guys, to another day. Jtwes. Thank you for all tuning in. We're going to cultivate some vegetable garden today. Add a little bit of fertilizer to the beans. First of all, we got to get the electric fence down. We don't want to get too shocked. I hadn't been out here in a couple days, so I'm interested to make sure. That area down there looks a little funny. We'll have to check that out. So let's move this back. And I think what we did the other day, guys, we just took one section out and then I moved this section over. Uh-oh. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Hope you enjoy this video. We'll talk a little bit about the garden here and I'll show you what we got going on. All right, so I can get out that. So my plan is to go up those sweet potato rows and come out that. So the tomatoes, getting some leg on them. You know, that's getting on pretty up there. They're holding themselves up right now today, but I hope tomorrow to do some stakes and some twine. It'll be my first try at it. I haven't talked to my buddy Charles at church about it yet, and I won't see him till Sunday, so I'm gonna have to probably try to watch a video or two on staking these up with twine, because I want to get them staked up. There's some beautiful potatoes. There are some beautiful tomatoes. You can see a lot of blooms in the tops here, so we want to get them staked up. We'll throw a little dirt to them tonight, pretty hard. The sweet potatoes, they're starting to, okay, garden experts, you've learnt me what curly dock is. I have, my nickname for this all my life, I called it milkweed. The reason why I called it milkweed, and I don't know that that is it, is because when you broke it off, you see that milk start coming up on it right there, that white. That's what I called it, milkweed. So y'all let me know what that is. I'm sure it's not milkweed. I was looking at my cabbage here. Yeah, I got a little head starting in there. Head in there, the broccoli. Broccoli did good, it was delicious. The potatoes, you know, I haven't seen many blooms on those potatoes this year. The garlic, we'll just have to see. We'll dig it up and see how it did on the bulb wise. I may change where I put that garlic next year, maybe a little bit different soil type, see what's going on. But everything else, and you're gonna see me cultivating it like these cucumbers. It's probably the last time I cultivate these. They'll get to running pretty hard, and the squash are starting to get pretty big down there. The okra this week seems to be about the first week that these okra had some decent warm weather on it. The beans, I can't complain with them, they're doing fine. And the corn in it, it's not messing with it, it's not hurting it. I mean, it's just one stalk, like it's got one stalk here, one stalk there. It's not really messing with it, so it'll be all right. But let's I was trying to think, was it, oh, I think my rabbit friend came back and he got a couple. I think this is what I showed you the other day, right there behind me. So I believe it was right here was a couple. There's no deer tracks at all. There's no tracks in here at all. Hold on. I don't think that's a deer track. Yeah, I don't see any others. Do you, Will? So I'd say it was probably the rabbit, but that's all he's really messed with. It looks like the rest of it's pretty good. So we got, it'll be okay, because I overplanted on beans. I mean, if these beans come in, we'll be totally fine. I look forward to, we're gonna hopefully make a video on this tomorrow, the Jimmy Red. And the video, is gonna be, how can I get my hash shovels to start throwing dirt again? We're gonna see if we can. I don't know if we can't. We'll try a couple different angles, couple different things, and we'll see if we can get them things to throw a little bit of dirt. And that'd be the perfect garden to try it on. It's smaller and we can stop and try to, you know, do some things. But let's cultivate a little bit. Let's we'll grow out these beans and come back out some of this other and get this all freshened up, because some of it, it'll be the last time, like the tomatoes, probably the cucumbers, and maybe even the beans. We'll see. You can cultivate beans when they have beans on it, but the problem is there, you stir up the dirt and you're liable to get a lot of dirt on your beans, especially the low hanging beans. You can do it, and I've done it once or twice before, but I try not to cultivate it when it starts getting close to making beans. I don't want to get that dirt all over it. That is cultivating the vegetable garden. Second time? Yeah, second time. I don't know what happened next year. We may or may not have it here again. If not, you know, we'll find us a place. I don't know that I would plant this much beans next year, but hopefully all these will do good, and you know, we can pick some and give some away and stuff. The tomatoes, they were rubbing the tractor about like the corn was on the Silver Queen. Let's get this back up. Yes, guys, I did cut short in this area. You can see where I've been kind of cutting short on some of the plants. I did it so I didn't have to, so I wouldn't have to take too much of this fence down is the reason why I did it. I've been happy with it. I feel like it's kept the predators away, or its job, so to speak. I should say that. I feel like it's done its job. So you know me, we got to we got to get a little story time in here. Always like having story time. So it just amazes me sometimes. I think what goes through folks' mind. I was coming home today from Mebane, and I was at an intersection and was waiting to cross over, and me and the other driver, you know, we got miscommunicated a little bit. I thought she was gonna go, she thought I was gonna go, but you know, big deal. We kind of both did this at the same time, and I said, you know, go ahead, no big deal. But what got me, you know, she smiled and waved, but the passenger in the car, she told me I was number one. And I thought, man, how could your first, I mean, I just don't understand how your first thought of someone could be that. How cold could your heart be that your very first thought of seeing a complete stranger would be to say, okay, you're number one. And I don't know, but what it reminded me, you know, we get caught up in who's going to be president, you know, whether it be Trump, Biden, or whoever that we vote for. But I think sometimes we forget, honest to goodness, America don't have a presidential party problem. It don't have any of that problems. The problem is a heart problem. And until Christ comes in and cures that heart problem, it really doesn't matter who president is. I mean, if one side gets in, somebody's gonna hate them worse, and somebody's gonna hate them worse for hating him worse, and or her, or whoever it is. And it's just gonna go back and forth. But it'll never stop until Jesus gets in there and cures that heart. That's the only thing that ever stop it. But we'll toil, I think the word's toil. We'll toil until then and keep going. It's just a thought that I had coming home was, you know, what is in a person to make them their very first instant and thought to do that. But I'm not upset with that girl. I mean, it doesn't hurt me. I actually feel bad for her, you know. I hate to see people in that type of mentality. I think that did good. The fence is back up. Let's put some electric on it. So far so good. I could see us using this fence. I can see us using it in a section maybe somewhere behind the house around the pond there, and let the goats clean it out. I hadn't done this in a couple of days. Oh yeah, it's still on. Ow, ow, ow. I'm sure I wouldn't do that barefooted with wet feet. These Red Wings here, they're shock resistant. supposedly shock resistant, and I'm sure they helped me out a lot. So I probably wouldn't do that then. I wonder if I stood on the tractor, since it's all 4 wheels, and then reach over our wheel, if I could shock it. All right, we have digressed in the channel. We're talking about getting shocked by electric fence. So we'll probably cut it at that. Y'all have a good week and a good day. And just wish everybody, you know, have good days and good weeks. So anyway, God loves you. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Bye.